Previously on The Mole, the players faced a formidable team of children.
These kids are good.
And Paul blamed Bobby.
I can't run. I can't run. Bobby was just a worthless mess. Disgusting.
Victoria came to her friend's defense.
What I'm doing right now is exactly what you're doing to Bobby.
Yeah.
You. How about that?
But in the next mission,
I'm getting sharp shooting pains in my thighs.
Bobby was carted around in a wheelbarrow by Kristen.
Oh,
Liz became the mole's next victim. Liz, will you please come with me? As Paul stirred things up once again,
Nicole has been nothing but just like this in my ear.
Nicole pushed back.
I'm gonna kill you while you sleep.
12 strangers, 10 weeks, one winner, taking home up to $500,000. But one of them is being paid to deceive the others and sabotage their missions. That person is the mole. The player that figures out who the mole is and does the best job of tracking and remembering their every move wins the money. Can you figure it out? Who is the mole?
Look at Nicole. She's threatening my life. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me, Nicole? You're gonna threaten my life?
He's going down because men like that who are overly egotistical and judgmental really get under my skin.
She might say that I need anger management, but she needs mouth management because all she does is run her friggin' mouth.
And that's too bad because I am here to stay.
you gonna threaten me and say that you can cover up the DNA and all the forensic evidence?
I was very, very surprised that she brought up the death threats.
Everybody was a little concerned about what Nicole said. It made me feel that maybe I could play into their fears a little bit more.
I couldn't sleep last night. I was scared.
I'm gonna use any advantage I can to throw other people off their game.
Nicole bothers me. I believe she did work hard to get into medical school, that's great, but I think she's nuts, I really do.
While mistrust and rivalry consumes some, over the last 2 weeks, Mark, Clay, and Bobby have been working together in a coalition.
It's still important that we're on the same page with what we're doing.
If you guys need me,
Let me know. You guys wanna, whatever.
Clay and I have a coalition with Bobby, it's the three of us, and so we made an agreement that we will share information to figure out who the mole is.
Allie, she's so hard to figure out because you can't tell if she's being genuine or not with you.
I trust Mark and Clay. I feel like we have each other's backs, regardless.
All right.
Well, Paul was really pissed when you threatened him, saying you were gonna kill him, this and that.
I was just saying that to piss him off because there's no other way to get under his skin.
It's a game. We're playing a game. So let me say the worst thing I could possibly think of to somebody. Because I'm strong, because I'm not gonna back down, that makes me an enemy. I don't feel anything about Paul at all. This is a game. I'm focused.
Oh, sorry about that. The 10 of you have made it through 4 missions and survived 2 executions, but some of you aren't exactly getting along. Actually, I heard last night somebody made a death threat. And as a group, you're having some major trust issues. Well, today's mission is all about trust. I need you to split up into 2 groups. 5 of you who can't trust anyone, and 5 of you who trust blindly.
Can't trust.
Can't trust.
Can't trust.
I trust. Can't trust. Can't trust.
Okay, well.
This mission is titled Fruit of the Luge. If you take a look right over here, this, my friends, is a steel luge course. Pick up a pretty good head of steam here, up to 45 miles per hour. That is your luge. Right now, I need you to pair up into groups of 2. One from the Can't Trust squad and one from the Trust Blindly crew. Can't Trust players, you'll be sitting up in front. You'll be controlling the speed with a handbrake. And oh, by the way, be wearing one of these, a sexy, silky blindfold. Trust blinding players, you'll be sitting behind your partner. You'll be barking out the directions, trying to make sure that you get down to the bottom safely. Now, believe it or not, that's the easy part. Throughout this course, we've set up 7 pictures of fruit grown right here in Chile. Can't trust players? You have to remember all of those items. And pay very close attention to the order they come in. When you arrive at the finish line, I want you to hustle back up here to our lovely Chilean market. Then, you have to pick out the fruit from the luge track and place it in the proper order. And each fruit that you get correctly, I'll add $2,000 into the pot, making this mission worth $70,000. And one last thing, after you cross the finish line, you cannot speak to each other until after the order has been put in at the fruit market. Let your mission begin.
Okay, bring on the luge.
First up, Clay and Bobby. Remember, there is no talking once you cross the finish line. All right, gentlemen, locked and loaded. Good luck.
Slow. Luge ride was scary. I was worried about killing myself on it.
Green apple. Slow. Grapes. What color grapes? Slow. Banana. Red tomato. Now green bananas. Green bananas. Green kiwi. Slow. All right, pear's next. Pear. Colors of pear. What colors of pear? Stop.
Now, the blindfolded player must find the fruits and place them in order on the table.
He said pear. Unless I don't know what the heck a pear is. I'm gonna take a shot and say it's the closest thing to looking like a pear.
This man, Bobby, just told me pear. The only thing remotely close to it was an avocado. Immediately, I just began to think, what's up with Bobby?
Number 1, the green apple. You are correct. Number 2, the purple grapes. Once again, correct fruits. This is where you ran a little trouble. Red tomatoes, and then you went with yellow bananas. So it should have been number 3 was yellow bananas, red tomatoes. Next, the green bananas, correct. Number 6, kiwi, you're on the money.
Okay.
And 7, the pear/avocado, you are correct.
All right.
5 out of 7, you just added $10,000 to the pot.
All right.
Nice work, gentlemen.
Green apple. Red grape.
I'm thinking that we could fly off this luge at any time.
Got to start, turn, slow down. Green banana.
It was terrifying.
An avocado.
Paul, pick out those fruits and get them in the correct order. Ready for the results?
Yeah, why not?
You flipped the last 2, but that's 5 out of 7, $10,000.
All right, awesome.
Be careful and have a blast.
Go, fast.
I think in any other situation I would have been scared, but I was engulfed by Craig. It was like body armor.
Slow. Green apple, grapes, green bananas. Green apple, grapes, bananas.
Green apple, grapes.
Slow. Grapes, bananas, green bananas.
They specifically said, do not talk when you get to the finish line.
Bananas. Okay, yeah.
No.
Okay, green apples.
It was a little fishy when Craig and Victoria kept rambling on and on. I mean, I wanted to pick an apple up and hit him in the head with it just to tell him to stop talking.
7 for 7.
It's such an incredible feeling of accomplishment, and to actually feel like I contributed to the group.
Green apple. Red grapes. Bananas. Tomato. Slow down.
Green apple, red grapes, banana, tomato, plantain, kiwi, and avocado.
7 for 7. All 7 are correct. You add $14,000 to the pots.
Who's going next?
Alex and Nicole.
Alex is blindfolded.
Oh, Alex is blindfolded?
Alex is blindfolded?
Oh.
That means Nicole's running the show. I think Nicole is just sabotaging this whole game for everyone.
Green apple. So that was a green apple.
Again?
Okay. Red grapes and yellow bananas.
Pick your fruit. Please put them in the correct order.
Green apple, number 1. Green apple, number 2. Going with grapes for number 3. Yellow banana's number 4, tomatoes number 5, green banana number 6, kiwi number 7. It's my final answer.
Number 1, green apple.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Number 2, green apple. Incorrect. And once you doubled the green apple, it made all the rest wrong. That's 1 out of 7. $2,000 will be added to the pot.
Okay, something.
Everyone, I think, as a consensus, knew that it was pretty much impossible to get 1 out of 7 fruits correct.
Ugh. You get 2 green apples. That's just ridiculous.
Just want to know how you got 2 green apples.
It's really not that
Maybe
hard.
you want to talk about it. We're just curious how you got 2 green apples. I mean, you never had a loss for words. Now you had a loss for words.
Heard it twice.
Huh?
Heard it twice.
I'm sure you did.
Okay, players, you've placed 25 fruits correctly, which could have earned you $50,000. But I'm afraid we have a problem. There was definitely some suspicious activity going on today. More specifically, both Bobby and Clay and Victoria and Craig, you continue to discuss the fruit once you cross the finish line. The rules were clear. There was to be no talking beyond the finish line. Therefore, you both earned $0.
I feel horrible. Went straight from being a hero to being a loser.
I really didn't know we broke the rules. Pair. I was so excited and pumped when we got the 5 out of 7 that I thought there was no way that we were being disqualified.
So players, out of $50,000, you managed to earn $26,000 because the 2 teams broke the rules. This brings your grand total to $89,000 in the pot.
The wind came out of my sails a little bit.
Kiwi avocado.
Victoria kept the talking going, which is suspicious to me.
I was very perplexed because of the many mistakes that Bobby made.
All right, pears next.
It called into question my ability to trust him. Heck, I could be in a coalition with the mole right now.
We both need to be very careful what we do with any information he gives us.
Yeah, I'll be frank. Now I'm thinking there's some mole-like things going on. Bobby does not know that I'm wavering in my trust of him. I'd rather sit back, watch him, observe him.
I don't want to believe he's the mole. I don't. And I really just want to bounce it off another rational person.
I've been suspicious of Bobby for a little while now, and I've been keeping an eye on him. But this is what I was saying. Not no to the point that he's the mole, but no to the point that I want to step away from him and just be with you.
Okay.
That way we'll keep an eye on him. If he wants to come to us and feed us information, we can kind of sift out what he's saying us and see if he's playing games.
Right.
The only person I trust right now is Clay. If we're on the same page, that's good.
Yeah. The person I trust the most in this game is myself.
This morning, I told the players to get dressed in their Sunday best. I had a nice surprise for them.
They're probably gonna do something nice, get us all buttered up, and then bam, here's your next mission.
Spa moon, could it be? It says spa moon.
I don't believe it.
It's true. I've booked the players a spa day because lately the game has been so tough. I'll be by to check on them later and make sure everything is top notch.
The spa that he put us in was awesome. It had beautiful pool. It had, jacuzzis, saunas. It was looking like it was going to be a pretty good day.
The girls look great. That's like an added bonus, especially for me as a single guy. It's a nice eye candy.
Whoever heard of a spa with a water slide? It was amazing. I loved it.
But the players quickly mix business with pleasure as the focus turns back to the game. In particular, the Fruit of the Luge mission.
So what happened with you guys? What happened in the last mission just doesn't make sense to me. There was definitely something weird going on.
Honestly, when I was yelling stuff out, I think I may have said it twice, but only so I can remember it.
Nicole wants people to think she's the mole. She's a liar, and you just don't know who she is.
Everything was kind of a rush. And should Alex have known there wouldn't be 2 apples in a row?
I believe the way that Alex is playing the game is very sort of smart and savvy. I detected some sabotage by him in the last mission.
Next, the players head upstairs to begin their pampering. Paul and Allie unwind with a hot rocks massage. And Victoria gets rubbed down in chocolate. Bobby indulges in a local favorite, the grape massage, while the remaining players receive a Swedish massage. But no one can let go of the game.
Go into a massage wanting to release and forget everything that's on your mind, but you're waiting for the catch. There's never an opportunity to relax in this game. You have to stay on your toes, even while they're rubbing them.
Coalition is to share information, to like hear all the people's sides, and that's it.
Okay.
Like you're really like looking at me like different than before. Like I don't think you're as confident.
I wouldn't say that the relationship with Bobby is dead, but it's definitely on life support.
I'm really thinking it's Paul. John had an apple he was biting into yesterday. A big apple, New York.
Bobby has flown to another planet.
Of course the players are right to be suspicious. I'm about to expose their next mission.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Where are our bags? Oh, crap. Are you serious?
They took our clothes. Here's the catch. John got us once again.
What's going on?
I got some good news and I got some bad news for you guys.
Wait, what? What? Oh my God.
All good things must come to an end, but I mean, it came to a crashing, bitter, fiery end.
Sent your clothes out to the cleaners to get cleaned and pressed, but does not look like they're gonna be ready anytime soon. The good news is, you now have an opportunity to add a lot more money to the pot.
This is where the next mission begins, right here.
Shut up. Oh my God.
This afternoon at the spa, I took the players' clothes and left their lockers empty, except for their shoes and underwear.
They took our clothes.
Of course they took all of our clothes. This whole thing was just a setup. Of course we got screwed.
Sent your clothes out to the cleaners to get cleaned and pressed, but does not look like they're gonna be ready anytime soon. That's the bad news. The good news is, it's a great opportunity to add more money to the pot. First off, I need to split you up into 2 teams of 2 and 2 teams of 3.
3.
2.
Get together. Across town is Restaurante Talar, and I made reservations for all of us at 6:30. For each of you that join me there, I'm adding $5,000 to the pot.
All right.
Awesome.
Already after 4 o'clock, so you guys are gonna have to get your hustle on. Hooked you up with the address on these cards, so please pass those around to your groups, 1 per group. Talar, well, they do have a very strict dress code, and based on what you guys are wearing, I don't think you're getting in. I imagine you're probably asking yourself, how am I possibly gonna get into a restaurant when I'm basically buck naked? You have to convince the charitable people of Santiago to give you the clothes off their backs.
Shut up.
Literally.
There's not a person in Santiago that's my size.
Good luck with that, big man. Fellas, here's what I'm looking for. I want button-up shirts with collars, a tie, and dress pants. Ladies, 2-piece top with either the skirt or pants. Now, unfortunately, the robes don't go. The robes stay here. Mark, more than happy to take them off. So that means you'll basically be running in the streets in your underwear.
Oh my God.
Immediately, I am like, there's no way I can do this. This is never, ever gonna work.
None of the girls had anything. We were under those robes in our birthday suits. So we were freaking out.
Gentlemen, if you don't have your underwear, you're going commando. Boom, I got you. Yes, ladies, I got you a little top and the always sexy mole booty shorts. All right, time is ticking. And oh, by the way, if you don't make it to dinner with me, you don't eat.
Oh my God.
We're all kind of looking around like, are you serious?
When the girls come out in their mole costumes, I thought they were doing a video for a rock band. This isn't fair, they're hot.
But before the mission even starts, Clay chooses to opt out.
Dignity and self-respect is way more important than money to me.
I'm out too.
He's kind of questioning Mark. He immediately dropped his robe, so it was really interesting how Mark said he would do it in the beginning, but then he backed out.
Absolutely.
The mission hasn't even started yet, and already we're down $10,000.
The most embarrassing part of the mission was definitely me, Craig, and Nicole going through town in our underwear.
Bobby and I look like a walking impersonation of the number 10.
Yeah, that's totally gone.
So I'm like a lanky string bean walking around town. Then you have Craig hanging out, like flopping around. And then there's Nicole, who's just like this super diva. Like, we just look so awkward together. Como tú? Oh, gracias. Por favor. Everyone looked at you like you had 5 heads. There was no chance in hell they were gonna give you their clothes. Señor, ¿tiene una ropa, corbatas, extras?
Patronato, un poquito de área. Comida, te falta un poco de comida. Por allá.
One of the first ladies we walked up to, she said to Bobby, "You don't need clothes, you need food."
She told you need to eat.
She said I need to eat? Oh my God. So awkward.
Kristen and I were wearing boots. I call them hooker boots.
We looked like Charlie's Angels.
We immediately got attention from everybody. There was construction workers hollering. Everyone was staring at us. There was just honks and just shouts and just marriage proposals.
Will you marry me?
What the heck am I doing?
All of a sudden, we run into this bus full of Catholic school boys. And they are freaking out.
We need to get some clothes before 6:30.
And then another busload of kids comes. Total chaos.
God, they could give us some of their shirts. There's nothing but dudes everywhere. And they literally followed us for 2 blocks. I mean, like 50 boys following us for like 2 blocks. I'm sure those little boys will remember us for the rest of their life.
Si se puede regalar su camisa.
I thought it was going to be impossible to get people to give us their clothes.
Estamos buscando como camisas.
But then I also knew that Alex speaks great Spanish. So we run into a few cab drivers, and then he's just...
Una polera, polera.
Sí,
oh,
yeah. They willingly took the shirts right off of their backs and gave it to us. It surprised me, the generosity of the people of Chile. I mean, it was amazing that they were giving us this stuff.
Señores, muy amable.
Getting those shirts on our bodies was a big uplifting moment. Paul and I smelled like some cab drivers right off the bat, I'll tell you that.
This way.
I just wanted to get one piece of clothing on as fast as I could.
Señor, ropa, corbatas, pantalones, camisas tiene?
El mejor. Gracias.
Hola, señor.
Muchas gracias. Just a hole in it, but.
Who cares? Necesitas ropa, yo soy frío.
Nicole, shortly after that, got a blouse.
Gracias. Okay.
We see a store.
Sí, okay, gracias. And the lady, she picked out the skirt and helped me match.
And then across the street, the one guy gave us his apron for Nicole. So Nicole is all set.
Thank you. I am over the moon that I'm no longer naked. Naked is good in certain situations, but not in public on the streets of a foreign country.
Does anyone have any clothes? Para mujer, ropa, por favor. I knew this would be a hard mission, although it was a little more difficult than I anticipated.
We just went up to random people on the streets and, you know, they all kind of laughed at us.
Do y'all speak English? Habla inglés? What? You speak English?
Yeah. We got one sweater from a girl that spoke English.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And then there was like a point of like 45 minutes where we didn't find anything.
I don't see how this is possible, I really don't. My feet are really killing me and I could care less right now. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. This is ridiculous.
I wanted to quit.
You guys really think this is possible? This is ridiculous.
Our players are here in the Bohemian Bella Vista district of Santiago, running around half naked. Each player who complies with the dress code and meets me at the restaurant Talar by 6:30 will add $5,000 to the pot. Thanks to Alex's Spanish, he and Paul already have shirts.
Señor, estamos tocando un juego.
And he quickly added a tie and pants for Paul. But it wasn't Spanish that fetched Alex's slacks.
Nobody speaks English yet? So at one point I just start screaming, does anybody speak English? And sure enough, English? Somebody speaks English? New York. New York? He says, New York? I said, New York. Tell me you got pants in your bag that you can hook us up with.
I actually left a pair of pants in the hostel that I'm staying in. With a sign, it says, use in case of emergency.
Can you show me where?
Yeah.
Man, this is like some divine intervention. This is like crazy. I said, what are the chances being in Chile? And I meet a New Yorker and he's willing to go to this youth hostel and get us some pants. Thank you guys, thank you.
Oh, make New York proud.
Oh, no doubt, baby, you got it.
Went a little further down the street, saw a guy with a nice tie on.
Yeah, and here's the restaurant right up here on the right.
You have to admit we look beautiful.
You guys are looking sharp, but I'm not the ultimate judge.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hola, señor.
You're okay.
Hola, señor.
Okay, you guys really think this is possible?
Like, we don't give up.
And the women aren't exactly friendly to us.
Do you want to walk over here and hit the residential?
Sure. Let's try it. I'll try.
I mean, I don't want to give up. Allie, she wanted to give up. I told Kristen, you know, I don't want to give up. She was like, me either. So that was a little questionable. I think that's her trying to sabotage. Do y'all speak English?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Americans. Can we borrow those shirts?
I have to walk all the way back without a shirt on? What's the deal?
You got a nice body. Oh, you guys are awesome.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. They literally gave us the shirts off their backs.
So we had 3 shirts now, and Victoria got cardigan. Then I got sweaters. So now the 3 of us had button-up shirts, sweaters.
Okay, so we just need bottoms. We need bottoms. Yeah. I came to this woman on her smoke break. I'm telling her, you know, we need black pants. Sí, tres, tengo tres. So she was like, I got 3. And so at that point, all our outfits were complete.
So great.
Ah, yes, a vision of beauty. We'll check with the maitre d' there to see if the clothes work.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Qué bueno. Okay, welcome.
We need to find like a laundromat. People are washing their stuff. They don't need it anymore. They can just give it to us.
Nicole's outfit was complete, but Bobby still had only a shirt, and Craig was in his boxers.
Yes. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
That all changed when they met some locals who took them to their theater company.
They have a costume shop.
Oh my God.
Bobby now had his pants, but nothing would fit Craig. The locals continued with our players, quickly getting Bobby a tie and completing his outfit. They even found a shirt large enough for Craig.
Awesome.
What's that?
Lavanderia.
Craig spots a laundromat.
Tienes otras,
I noticed Alex's name on an envelope sitting on the counter.
Do you have my clothes?
I said, are those our clothes? Can I have my clothes?
Yes! Yeah!
And those were our clothes.
Oh my gosh. It was my idea in the beginning to look for the laundromat because I thought they'd have extra clothes just lying around for us to take. When I planted that seed in Craig's head, he saw the laundromat, and luckily it was where our clothes had been cleaned and pressed. We had all the team's clothes, all the original suits and dresses and skirts that everyone had. It was like one of the highest highs we've had because people have thought that Craig and I have been so useless.
We did something. We did something.
So now we're like, thank God we're the heroes for once.
You guys have room for 3 more?
Okay, what happened? What happened?
Come on in, you 3.
Arriving at the restaurant fully clothed and carrying everybody's clothes, it was amazing. I felt like a hero.
What happened?
We don't need a dance, we need a friggin' response.
We found our clothes at the laundromat, and we found yours as well.
There you go. That's what I was thinking too. That's
Shut
awesome.
up, are you serious? I was happy that Bobby brought my clothes back. I love Bobby, he's so adorable. Yay! He wants to contribute to the group, and so I think he finally felt, okay, I've done something, I've contributed. Oh, thank you so much. Good job.
Say.
Oh, no. Sorry, it's impossible.
8 of you accomplished your mission, earning $5,000 each. So that adds $40,000 into the pot. Brings the grand total to $129,000. So cheers to one and all. The only 2 that didn't come through, Clay and Mark, they chose not to participate. Remember, I gave you the cards at the beginning. This mission was called the dress code. Well, if you look closely, there was a code on the card. The copyright in the bottom left-hand corner with Roman numerals, that is the address to the dry cleaners that you guys stumbled upon.
Wow. Surprising.
Good evening, players. Good to see you guys. Pleasure. Come on in. After dinner, you'll take the quiz, and then it's on to your third execution. Gotta hand it to you guys. Everybody's stepping up in the clutch this week, coming through, boosted up that pot. I'm curious, who do you guys see as the individuals who are really, truly committed to this game? That are just so zoned in, that's all they hear about is winning, taking home that money.
Mark.
Not me.
He's taking notes as we speak.
I made sure I told him what color socks and underwear I had on just so he could put them in his notes.
I'm just hyper competitive. I play to win or don't play. I'm here to do well for my family. That's why it seems like I'm obsessing over this journal. I obsess over the book because if I go home, I want to go home knowing I did absolutely everything I could possibly have done. And if you want to call that obsessing, feel free. I call it taking pride in what I'm doing.
Wow. I see a total attitude shift there. That's amazing.
You've got to find an underhanded way to say that my competitiveness is just too obsessive.
Oh, let me tell you something. More than one person said that at this table tonight.
It's the way it said, Paul.
You're being a bit compulsive about it. I'm sorry, Mark. Does that make you feel better? You guys are really amazing. I've never met people like this before in my life. You'd rather have a friendship than money, and so be it. So when I'm spending my money, I hope you enjoy your friends.
No, I'd rather be a decent person than have money.
I'm a very decent person, Mark, and for you to say otherwise insults me. It insults me to the highest degree. Come on, what is this game about? This game
It's
is
about playing
friends.
competitively with respect for other people. That's all.
You are the biggest punk I have ever met. And you're making a face. Why do you think I'm? What's the face? I mean, I'm just curious.
The words that you choose makes a lasting impact on people and how you say them.
But do you realize I am not here to be your friend? Do you realize that?
Talking to you is just not even, it's not gonna get anywhere.
You should be the last one to open your mouth at this
Yeah,
point.
but
You
there's
really
still a
should.
way
Whether
you
nobody here
speak
will
to
back me up
people.
on that because nobody has the actual guts to say it.
You're still cool.
Yeah, you threatened my life. So that's not stepping over the bounds? That's not you playing your game? I don't get it.
And I apologize to the entire table.
You should be apologizing to me. How
But
about
you're
that?
part of the table as well, Paul.
You know what? Just run your mouth. Just keep running your mouth.
I love you, Paul. Paul tried to bait me. You gotta kill him with kindness. Can't kill him for real. I apologize to you, Paul.
I don't want your apology. You're still a phony person, whether you put on that smile right now. You don't fool anybody at this table.
Okay.
Players, how shocked are you that the tone has taken such a turn?
You know what? Unfortunately, John, it happens every meal.
It's a lot of people directing some anger towards me. Basically, I decided to drive their anger a little bit more. I'm gonna use any advantage I can to throw other people off their games. Knowing that a quiz was coming right after this dinner, I figured, you know, if I keep this up and fire them up, it could potentially ruin their quizzes. This ain't Thanksgiving dinner, people.
Get ready, America. The quiz is coming up next. It's time for the quiz. 10 questions about the mole. The player who scores the lowest on the quiz will be executed and must leave the game immediately. Question number 1. Is the mole male or female?
I think Bobby's a mole right now. He had the number 5 on his soccer jersey. When we had our execution dinner, we have 5 items on our plate. Bobby's name has 5 letters in it.
Question number 2. During the Fruit of the Luge mission, which group did the mole join?
Ellie could be the mole. There's just certain things about her personality that make me question her.
Can't trust.
Which kind of scares me a little bit.
Number 3. Who was the mole paired with during Fruit of the Luge?
I was paired with Nicole, and she's on the top of my list. I mean, she's a number 1. So I figure keep your friends close again, keep your enemies closer.
Number 4.